Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, I decided to go all out as best I could with the pack drop this evening. I have managed to snag myself, I think I managed a standard, I think I managed a limited and a kickoff pack. Now, in terms of what I'm hoping for, effectively a bit of an upgrade to my main club because I'm going to do a sort of a season six preview, but I've bought myself a secondary club to put my additional players in. So my main squad, my main club is the Peacocks FC, same as last season, cup winners. Looking to continue to strengthen and deepen the quality across the squad. Anybody who doesn't quite fit in can then drop down into the reserve squad. And then, in particular, with the standard pack I've managed to get myself, I am going to see what sort of quality I get, and realistically, probably going to be looking to loan the uncommon player if I happen to be fortunate for anything more. Then maybe a very good loan. But yeah, really looking to strengthen what I've got already on show. So without further ado, let's go straight to a pack open, shall we? So I'm going to start off with the kickoff pack. Hopefully I've calibrated the sound so it's not too loud in terms of the audio background, but I do like the funky beat that you get when you're opening a pack. Here we go. Build up that hype. If you've not started on your MFL journey yet, do get started. My referral code will be included. You can get yourself a good buy your own club, get a free starter pack, get yourself 3 more starter packs, and really kick yourself on into your new season at MFL. Let's find out then. Have we got a lucky and got anything more than a common with the first? No? Okay. Can it strengthen the reserves? What have we got here? Besmir Shahak, Albanian, centre back. What's the rating? 50. Not bad. Not bad. I think that's a good strength in my reserve squad. 20 as well. Not a bad pace. It's a bit short. I'm not a fan of that, but he has got the high physical, decent defending, not bothered about passing. Overall, not too bothered about that one. That's not too bad at all for a start. Let's try the second one. Another common player. If you don't know, and you haven't seen this before, if you hover over the colour sort of outline will give you an indication of what sort of player you've got. Another young player again. Let's go. Who have we got this time? Farid Ben Anmar. Is that Turkish? Striker. What's the rating? 54, very nice. Okay, have we got some decent credentials here? 22, decent pace, decent shooting, that's not bad. Decent physical, dribbling not too bad, passing not too bad. Second position being left mid. Interesting play. So he's guaranteed to become a limited then. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not a bad haul at all. So next up, limited pack time. Okay, random Amazon tablet listening to me in the background. Let's continue. What have we managed to get this time? What have we scored ourselves? So what am I hoping for? In terms of position, I'm not too fussed. I'll probably have a common and a guaranteed a limited, obviously, in this one. Fingers crossed, just a bit of youth to them. In terms of value, no background noise this time. Okay, is what it is. What have we got? Limited up first then. Let's see what we pull here. If we can get 60 plus, I'd be very happy with that. Christian Brito, Colombian, left back. Don't play left backs, but 58, not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's find out the deets then. What's the deal? 21 again. Decent pace, decent defending, decent physical, 5'10", decent passing. That's a pretty solid card. Yeah, pretty happy with that one. Not sure what I'm going to do with him yet though. Because, as I said before, I don't play left and right backs at the moment. That might change this evening. Let's find out. What do we get in a second? Is it a common? It is. Let's find out what's behind door number 2. What have we got here? Alexander Baum, German, CB. What's the rating? 49. Not bad. What's the scores on the doors, though? What are the underlying stats? 21 again. I'm doing well for age tonight. 5'9". It's a bit short. Centre mid, left mid, secondary position. That's a bit odd. Given his stats, decent pace, decent defending, decent physical. That's again not too shabby. I'm just a stickler football manager. I like my centre backs to be big. Not to short shame anyone, but I wouldn't say 5'9" is your standard size of a centre back. But for the reserves, again, good strength option. The left back, at the moment, I'm leaning towards a potential loan. That's where I'm sitting at the moment. Anyway, it's on to the big one, the standard pack. Let's see how we get on, shall we? So here we go. The big one, the one I pushed the boat out for. Let's see how we get on, shall we? Right. Come on, MFL gods, be kind. Be kind to me. I think I've done fairly well so far, but just please, dear God, don't let the uncommon be a goalkeeper. Come on. Let's see what we can pull out of this. 3 players in this one. Start from right to left this time, because I think that seems to be the order in terms of rarity. So, a common to start with, as expected. I'm not expecting like increased rarity with this, if I'm really honest. Dong Hyun Jones. Jones is an interesting surname there. South Korean centre mid, 44. Not the best, but his age on his side. 21 again. Interesting pace. Passing's not too bad for the position. CDM. Maybe he'll perform pretty well in that position. Physical's not bad. Again, a good young player. Just the rating that's a bit underwhelming. One to think about. Oh, that's an uncommon. I'm going to go with the uncommon. I'm going to go because I don't want to spoil it in case I've ended up with 2 uncommons and I've been incredibly bloody lucky. So let's just go for it. Come on. Decent age. More than anything else, decent age. Biel Simon, Spanish, right mid. I play right mids. What's the rating? 66. Only just an uncommon. Right then. What's the deal? 27 as well. A bit disappointed with that one, if I'm honest. Pace is okay for the rating. Shooting, passing, dribbling. Solid enough. What am I going to do with you, though? Is this a loan? Is this a potential go in the squad? Oh, that's a thinker. Alright, what's the final one then? I have been incredibly bloody fortunate, I tell you, that's what I am. 2 uncommons in the standard pack. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I'll take that to the bank and run. Thank you very much. Who have we got? Herlof Holt. Danish. Right mid again. Decent rating. 65. Can't complain. I've ended up with 2 uncommons out of a standard pack. I think that's pretty fair. All things considered. What's the details? 22. Hey, there's some decent all-rounded stats there. 69, 60. Naughty numbers, but I'm loving that. Physical, dribbling. I'm very happy with that one. Right mid, right wing. What can you play? You play left as well. Oh, maybe not as many loans that I'll be looking to do with that one. That is an interesting one to have a think about now. So if we go to the grid view, let's have a look at our newest players, newest to oldest. So let's have a look what we end up getting this evening. It starts with this chap here and that way up. So, first chap. I think he's going to go into the reserves team. I think he'll strengthen that and I could potentially move another player on, potentially for a loan. I know some people are just wanting to fill out squads. I'm happy just to get people in a team and training. He will go into the reserve squad. He'll be the best striker probably in my reserve squad now. Nice age, decent, fairly decent with the shooting and the pace combination there and the physicality. Dribbling's not great continuity rating, but that's not the end of the world. The left back, I need to see if he can play a secondary position at all because he does not really fit into my current setup. Let's have a look. What's the damage here? Yeah, he doesn't really play anywhere else. I think this is going to be a loan. I think I'll look for a loan for this chap. Next, Mr. Baum. He is not going to fit into my first squad at all. He's going to have to go to the reserves, but again, I think that's a reasonable depth option there. I'm just curious about the left mid position. I can't imagine he's very highly rated in that role. Surely he gets a negative on that one. I wonder how fast this site is going to load at the moment with probably the volume of new players that have just flooded the market. Wow. Secondary position, -12. Don't think you'll be playing left mid, mate. Probably could have guessed that one. Mr. Holton, 22. He realistically is probably going to go into my first team squad. It's just I'm going to need to potentially review the average rating overall of the club. Let's open it up. Because, as I showed you before, highest rated is a 63. Batting average, what's that probably working out at? Around just shy of 57, I'd say. Average. There's quite a gap between him and he will probably get the training penalty, so I'll have to have a think about that one. Let's jump back over to this one so I can go back to my agency. Players. Newest to oldest again. Right. Dong, where are you going? Loan, I think. Unless CDM is a potential role for him, because his defending is rather high. How does he perform at CD? I thought so. Yeah, +1 there. Not that much of a jump, but there's a bit of something there. Alright. And last but not least, Simon. Where are you going, Simon? Pretty happy with him. I think he'll be fairly solid to go into my main team. Let's have a look. Yeah, looking pretty tidy there. Loses one on the left mid spot. If I go to the Peacocks and I look at my right wingers, I know I've got a chap down here, Barbosa, but I like the fact he's quite good in a number of different positions. Quick technical difficulty because I've just knocked my mic over. If I show you Barbosa super quick, yeah, he jumps up to a 56 cam, so he's a decent rotational option for there. Who is my secondary cam then? It's Ilyasu, but again, I'm pretty certain you are a decent cam as well. 55 +2. What's the difference? Barbosa edges it. Might be you're dropping to the reserves potentially, mate, or I might see if I can find you a cheeky little loan for maybe a bit of percentage rev share. Okay, and I wanted to have a look at you as well, super quick. While we're here, what are we seeing? Well, he's looking very favourable there on the costings. 22 +1 on the right wing. I'd like to keep you around. I'm going to have to review where I can strengthen. It sounds like I'll be making use of my very own transfer scouting template. Let's see if I can pull it up. Transfer scouting template. This was in one of my last video, actually, this template, where I've been porting information in here and calibrated it so I can evaluate options on the transfer market. I think I'll be doing a bit of this evening. Yeah. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you've had luck on your packs, if you've managed to be lucky enough to get hold of some. If you are brand new at the moment, I've got absolutely 0 referrals, but it's all good. I will include my link. If you haven't signed up yet, even if you don't use mine, make sure you use someone, because once you do and you spend your first $25, you will receive that one common player in addition to anybody who uses, if you use a referral code, anyone you use it for them, they will equally get a common player, and the more referrals they get, the better sort of players they get as well. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll probably do a bit of a Season 6 preview piece coming during the rest of this week. And then I want to show you what I've been working on in my next version of the scouting template. And once it's ready, I'd like to share with you my player projection AI automated tool that I've just fine-tuning. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.